The draft today is a little different than usual. Today is the best free agent pitches you can make to Tom Brady. So you're going to have to be representing a team and making the pitch to Tom Brady. That's the draft. Big Cat's got the trivia question to determine who goes first. Lay it on me.
Last season, Tom Brady became the fourth quarterback to play 20 seasons in the league. Name any of the other three quarterbacks to play for 20-plus years.
George Blanda.
No. How did you get that wrong?
He was a quarterback.
Brett Favre, Vinny Testaverde. Man.
George Blanda was a quarterback and a kicker.
All right, I'll go first.
Go ahead, you get to go first.
I got the best pick. This one's going to be easy. I'm the Los Angeles Chargers, and I am going to tell Tom Brady he needs to come to L.A., he needs to come to Hollywood, Tinseltown, where all the stars live. You can sell Gisele Bundchen. Hey, Gisele, you want to live an ordinary life? Come to Hollywood, because if you are Gisele Bundchen in Hollywood, people won't care. All the stars live here. And if you're Tom Brady looking for your best chance to get back to the playoffs, or sorry, he was in the playoffs, but get back to the Super Bowl, guess what? And you're leaving the Patriots. That's what we're saying. The Chargers roster is ready to go. Remember, just last year, they won 12 games. This year, Philip Rivers, up and down play. The missing piece is a consistent quarterback. They have Mike Williams. They have Keenan Allen. They have Hunter Henry. Melvin Gordon will re-sign him. We don't care. They have the offensive weapons to make Tom Brady look around and say, oh, my gosh, I'm playing with these guys now. And guess what? They got some defensive studs, too. So you won't have to do it all on your own. You'll have a complimentary football. That is a plug-and-play situation. And you're the Chargers. You get to be in L.A. and you get to start a new franchise. You immediately get to be the guy in all of L.A., all of Hollywood, and we'll offer you all the money for it because we're trying to get people to buy tickets and not be Rams fans. So, Tom Brady, come on over to the Chargers. We will make your life beautiful.
Oh, my friend, you're in the right division, but you picked the wrong team to start off with because the best pitch from the AFC West comes from John Gruden and the Las Vegas Raiders, because John Gruden knows quarterbacks. He knows how to coach quarterbacks. He knows how to get the most out of quarterbacks, and he's already on record as loving Tom Brady. Chris Sims explained earlier this week that when Sims was playing for the Buccaneers, Gruden showed them film of Brady walking off the field and was smitten with how cool he looked. He's like George Costanza with Tony, the male bimbo, as Jerry Seinfeld called him. They're going to go rock climbing, and Gruden's bringing the sandwiches. It's going to be great. He can buy Derek Carr's house next door to John Gruden that Carr will never live in because the Raiders are going to upgrade. That Tom Brady silver and black jersey, once they get clearance from the Stabler family to wear number 12, even though the Raiders don't retire jerseys, they still, out of courtesy, would make sure it's okay. You'd have TB12 in silver and black selling faster than any jersey ever made. And look, he can't play for the 49ers unless they get in the mix. The Raiders were in Oakland at times when he was a kid. That's the next best thing to a hometown team. The Raiders, first year in Las Vegas, huge money for Tom Brady. New stadium, new vibe, new everything. And, I mean, isn't that where, like, washed up musicians go? It's kind of the same thing, right? Washed up football player, go to Las Vegas. Finish your career, do a residency at Allegiant Stadium.
So you are telling me, Mike, if I'm Tom Brady in this situation and you're pitching me, and I think he has 3 young children, you want me to move those young children to the city of sin? No, thank you.
It's not Sin City anymore.
Thank you.
What happens in Vegas only happens in Vegas. They've changed the slogan. It's family friendly.
Oh, okay. Only happens in Vegas. All right. Okay, that's
coins in the fountain of the Bellagio.
Not a great pick, but whatever. That's fine. How about this one, Mike? How about this pick? How about Tom Brady? Remember a little play called The Catch? Oh, yeah, Chris Berman was there, and so were you. A young Tom Brady, a 6-year-old Tom Brady in the stands wearing a San Francisco 49ers jacket. The legend of Joe Montana, the home of the franchise that has the second most Super Bowl rings, 5 in all of the NFL. Come on home, Tom Brady. Come on home to the Bay Area. We're in the Super Bowl last year. You know this team is ready to go back there. We will get you a wide receiver. We will run the ball. We will keep you protected. We will play defense, and we will be back in the Super Bowl. And guess what? The greatest ending for a Hall of Fame career, the greatest of all time career, is to finish where you started in San Francisco at Candlestick. We'll reopen Candlestick for you. I don't care. Tom Brady, come on home, win a title for the San Francisco 49ers. The legacy, the colors, the 80s, just everything, the mystique. Do it. You will be a hero forever in 2 regions now, and we welcome you with open arms. Also, Jimmy Garoppolo, sorry, buddy, you're gone.
Yeah, I don't say this lightly. That was a horrible pick by you.
No, it wasn't.
You don't need to pitch Tom Brady on playing for the 49ers, right? All they have to say, you don't have to do it. There's no need to do it.
Right.
All you have to do is call him from all he has to do is pick up his phone and see it's a 415 number, and he's going to answer and say, "Are you ready for me? I'm coming. I'm coming." You don't need to pitch him. You don't need to make a pitch. The job pitches itself.
So you just proved my point for me. That's the best pitch.
They don't want him.
But it doesn't matter. That's not the name of the draft. The draft is pitches. I just gave you the best pitch. You just admitted I gave you the best pitch. Oh, my gosh. Every week it's so easy to mop the floor with you. I haven't even done my third pick, which is unbelievable.
Listen. You can say the same thing about the Chiefs, right? We've got Andy Reid. We've got a great offense. We've got Tyreek Hill. We've got Sammy Watkins. But we got Patrick Mahomes. They don't want him. Of course, if the Chiefs wanted him, he'd want the Chiefs. If the 49ers want him, he wants the 49ers. They don't want him.
Incorrect. The 49ers, we know John Lynch called for Tom Brady. We know that there's some doubts about Jimmy Garoppolo. To say they absolutely don't want him, comparing it to the Chiefs makes you look even dumber than you already looked. Another point for me. Stats, put it up. Put it in parentheses, Mike Florio dummy after my pick with the 49ers.
The next one for me, and I would do it in my Jerry Jones voice, but my Jerry Jones voice needs a lot of work. I am fascinated by the possibility of Jerry Jones saying to Dak Prescott, look, we've tried to sign you to a long-term contract. We have offered you umpteen different structures and figures, and you continue to say no. So I want to win a Super Bowl, and I want to do it with Tom Brady. And, Tom, we can give you an offensive line unlike any you've ever had, a running back unlike any you've ever had, receivers far better than this revolving door of mediocrity that you're dealing with in New England. We got a new coach who's trying to prove himself again, Mike McCarthy, and he's won a Super Bowl. And we will pay you a ton of money, and you will be the quarterback of America's team. You will become America's quarterback. We will talk to Roger Staubach about getting you number 12. He will say it's okay, and we will go, and we will get it done in the worst division in football. See, you go to the AFC West, you got to deal with Patrick Mahomes. You got to play in Denver, where Tom Brady has a losing record. You go to the NFC West, you got to deal with the Rams and the Seahawks and the Cardinals, who are on the upswing. You go to the NFC East, you got a bunch of crap teams. You're going to be just like Tom Brady with the Patriots in the AFC East. Run roughshod over the division, get the number 1 seed, force the road to the Super Bowl to come through AT&T Stadium, and the Cowboys get to the Super Bowl, and Tom gets number 7, and he walks off into the sunset, and Jerry Jones can say, mission accomplished. I finally have a Super Bowl win with a team that I built. Cowboys for Tom Brady.
That was the 49ers pick, just way worse. Everything you just said was what I said for the 49ers, just way worse.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. Okay, here's my third pick.
I think it's more likely he plays for the Cowboys and the 49ers.
Okay, so here's my third pick, and this is why I am me and you are you, Mike, and why I win and you lose constantly. Now, I'm going to speak about something that might get us in trouble here, but that's only because I respect the people at NBC and the job that they do on Football Night of America and Sunday Night Football. So I'm not going to talk about NBC. I'm not going to talk about Chris Collinsworth. I am Jimmy Pitaro. I'm walking into Tom Brady's lair, into his office, and I'm saying, Tom Brady, a wise man once said, it's better to burn out than to fade away. Okay, you don't want to be 44-year-old Tom Brady throwing interceptions, looking old, having people remember you in a uniform that is not the New England Patriots. Do you know what I have for you? I have $15 million. I will give you $15 million to be the voice of Monday Night Football. You will stay relevant. Everyone will love you. Look at what Tony Romo did. You are 10 times the quarterback Tony Romo was. You know more football than Tony Romo ever even looked at. You can be great at this job. We will put you in a position to win. Everyone will love you. And guess what you can do every single week? You can talk about the TB12 method to millions and millions of people on Monday Night Football. And let me throw in this, too. You ever heard of a little thing called American Idol? Well, guess what? Does Giselle want to host it? Now she's the host of it. Boom. That's the greatest thing ever. No more concussions. No more injuries. Your kids can live in the same place. You don't have to move the family. We have just given you the greatest thing of your life. You have to work 1 day a week, and you are a legend forever. You go into the Hall of Fame, 6 rings, greatest of all time, and you also go into the Hall of Fame being a great broadcaster, and everyone loves you. Your second act has started today. Thank you. Signed. That's a great pitch.
What do you do with Seacrest? You just gave his job away.
I don't care. We'll figure that out later.
Look, that's a horrible pitch because he's going to play football. He's made it clear. He said it in the Hulu commercial. I'm not going anywhere.
Not if I came in there. Not if I walked in that door. I could sell me this pen.
$15 million? He doesn't care about $15 million. He doesn't care about that. He can always do it later.
No.
He can do it next year. He can do it the year after. $15 million's peanuts for him.
Mike, listen. He does care about $15 million because $15 million would be such an insane amount of money to pay a broadcaster that's never broadcast before. Tom Brady has he ever been the highest paid quarterback in the NFL? I don't think he has. Well, guess what? We'll make you the highest paid broadcaster in the history of broadcasting.
Okay, my last pick is simple. And it goes like this. Tom.
You can't pick the Patriots. The whole idea of this is free agency.
I'm Bill Belichick, and the rest of them aren't. And do you want to win, or do you not want to win? And look, I think at the end of the day, as fascinated as I am by the possibility of Tom Brady going to another team, and yeah, last year was rough, but he's got Bill Belichick. He's got Josh McDaniels. Nick Caserio has stayed put. I don't think at the end of the day he's going to want to uproot his career after 20 years with one organization and start from scratch. And I just think all this is driven by vanity, attention. And I think if the Patriots just press the right buttons with Tom Brady and offer him enough money, I think that he stays put. And I think that the fact that Bill Belichick is enough to make it happen. We got to take a break.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.